Hi friends, welcome back. This is Mehjabeen. Today I am going to explain Rudyard Kipling's poem If. This poem features suggestions from a father to his son. In the poem, the poet advises his son on how to cope with different situations in life. I have already done a video featuring the summary of this poem. The link will be on the end screen. The poet begins the poem by saying, if you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can keep a cool mind, if you can keep a balanced mind when people around you are losing their minds and blaming it on you, and also blaming you for having lost their minds, they are blaming you for they are thinking that you are the reason why they are losing their minds. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, and at the same time if you can believe in yourself, if you have faith in yourself when people around you have lost their faith in you, and make allowance for their doubting too, and at the same time you should not be judgmental about them. You should not have negative feelings for the people who start doubting you, because and instead you should start thinking about the reasons why they are doubting you. You should start examining the reasons why they are doubting you and not be critical about them. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting, if you are patient and you do not get tired of waiting for results or being lied about, don't deal in lies. And although people lie to you, you should not lie to others. You should be truthful. Or being hated, don't give way to hating. And people hate you, you should not hate others in return. You should love them back, although you know that they don't love you. And don't look too good nor talk too wise. And at the same time, you should not appear like the perfect person in front of others, and also not talk in such a way that you are trying to show that you are a wise person or too wise. You should just try to be normal, just try to be casual with others, and if you behave in this way, this kind of characteristics will take you far in life. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, and if you have the capacity to think big, if you like to dream, if you have hopes and aspirations, and not make dreams your master, and not just keep on dreaming and not take any steps to fulfill your dreams, if you can think and if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, you should have the capacity to think and think well, but not spend your life in such a way that you are just thinking and not doing anything else. You should dream, but not in such a way that you keep on dreaming and not making any and not taking any steps to turn your dreams into reality. And you should think big, but at the same time you should not just keep on thinking and not doing anything else. If you can meet with triumph and disaster, if you can meet with triumph, triumph means success, it means victory. And if you can meet with disaster, disaster means failure. And that means if you can take success and failure with equal ease and treat those two imposters just the same. Triumph and disasters are imposters, they are fake, they do not last in a person's life for too long. If there is triumph, it is always replaced by disaster, and then disaster stays for a certain period of time, and then again a person a person enjoys some other kind of victory. So these are not permanent, these are temporary. So man should have the habit, man should have the capacity to not take them very seriously, not be too affected by them. If you can bear to hear the truth you have spoken, twisted by nails to make a trap for fools. If you can bear to hear the truth, whatever you had spoken, if your truth, your words are twisted, if they are changed by knaves, knaves means rascals, villains. So if you have the endurance power to face all these kind of things, these kind of errors on the part of your fellow human beings, if you can bear to hear the truth you have spoken, twisted means changed by knaves, that is by villains, to make a trap for fools. And these twisted words, these changed words, other people, that is fools, easily believe them, and they have a wrong opinion about you, and as a result you have to face some difficult situation in your life because of their reaction to those twisted words. But still you should have the endurance power to move on and not be too affected by all these things, or watch the things you gave your life to broken and stoop and build them up with worn out tools. And at the same time you should also have the capacity, if you can have the capacity, to watch the things you gave your life to, if those things that you had worked very hard to achieve, if you see that they are broken, they have been broken, they have crumbled, and still you don't lose heart, you don't lose hope, you stoop and build them up and start thinking of rebuilding them with worn out tools, although you do not have that much of energy as before, but with whatever little skills and energy you have in with you now, you start rebuilding whatever you have lost. If you have the capacity to do so, then life will be easier for you. This is what the poet tries to mean. If you can make one heap of all your winnings, winnings means achievements, if you can make one heap of all your achievements, whatever success if you have made, if you or whatever money you have made, whatever wealth you have made, if you can make them, if you accumulate them and keep them in one heap and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and if you can risk all that wealth, all that fortune that you have accumulated over the years, and lose and start again at your beginnings, and if you lose your wealth, your fortune, your money, and don't get disappointed, don't get disheartened because of your loss, and start again at your beginnings, and start again at your at the foundation right from the start. If you try to gain all those wealth back again, and never breathe a word about your loss, and never complain about the loss that you have suffered, if you can force your heart and nerve and sinew, if you can force your entire energy to serve your turn long after they are gone, if you can use your energy, your power to serve your turn, that means to continue to work and work and work until the last moment when you cannot work any further, and so hold on when there is nothing in you, and have the patience to hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them hold on. Except your willpower, you do not have anything else to hold on, but still you try to hang on with the hope that your fortune will change for the better. In such a situation, you will be able to see things progressing in a more positive direction. That's what the poet tries to mean. If you can talk with crowds, crowds means commoners, common people. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue and still maintain your goodness, and not inherit or not take their negative characteristics, or walk with kings nor lose the common touch, and at the same time if you can mix up with kings, with aristocratic people, with people from noble lineage, noble families, and at the same time you should not lose your common touch, your ordinary nature. You should not try to become affected. You should not be proud just because you are getting the opportunity to mix up with kings and princes. If neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if your enemies cannot hurt you, and at the same time if your friends also, your best friends also cannot hurt you, because you have not allowed yourself to be too affected by whatever they have said. If all men count with you but none too much, and if you care about others, and if all men count with you but none too much, and if you start depending, if you don't allow others to depend on you, and at the same time you too do not depend on others for too much of time, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, if you can fill the unforgiving, the minute, that means the harshness of life, with 60 seconds worth of distance run, if you can keep on pursuing, if you keep on working hard to achieving your goals, although you are tired and worn out, although you are suffering from health issues, but still you have the capacity to endure and see where all this will lead you to. Yours is the earth and everything that is in it. Then in such a case you will definitely face a period of time when you will see success. The entire world will be yours. The world will be a happy place for you to live in, and everything that's in it, and you will feel as though the entire world belongs to you. You will feel that you have triumphed over the adversities of life, and life has become much better, and which is more, you will be a man, my son, and in that sense you will become a genuine human being, because you have learned to be patient, because you have learned to endure, because you have learned to take disappointments and heartbreaks in your stride. You have learned to love people although you know that they hate you, and because of these qualities in you, you will become a true human being, and your life in this earth will be a pleasant place, will be pleasant, and you will have a nice time, a great time in the future. Well, that's all for today. I'll be meeting you soon with another tutorial. Until then, bye.